Hello, everybody. This is Catholic Dad, episode number 161. Man craves responsibility. Um, this is true. This is like one of the universal truths of the universe that I don't think anybody's ever figured out. Man is looking for a job to do, and he's looking to be challenged, and he's looking to grab responsibility. Um, and who's the one that can give man responsibility? It's the woman. She's actually quite good at it, and that's why the like intrinsically why it's good that man and woman bind to each other. Because when a man loves a woman, what sort of happens? Kids happen, family life happens. What is family life? It's responsibility. And so when man is given responsibility in his life, the stuff that he can't shirk his duty from, and he has to do, or else children starve, he's going to do it no matter what. That's the way men work. Is you give us a hard, difficult, arduous task, one that other people rely upon for us to do, and we will do it, period. Now, for the most part, when you look at most men in society, they don't have that today because most people are not forming their relationships towards the good. They're not forming their relationships towards man, woman, and child and family. And therefore, most men look like they're just fluttering around this earth like a couple butterflies. And they're not setting in on a goal. They don't have a goal. They don't have an object. They don't have somebody to love. They don't have responsibility in their lives, and therefore they seem hapless and lost. And I'll tell you something. I think the breakdown of the family, it's bad for women for sure. It's bad for children for sure. But it's bad for the immortal souls of the men because the men without that responsibility of woman and child to care for. He's essentially on a lifelong vacation, because for a man to take care of himself, I mean, that's nothing. That's like a house cat taking care of itself. It's easy to do. You could work minimum wage job as a man and easily provide for yourself, and that's easy to do. And without a care or worry in the world, all you have to do is show up at a job 6, 7, 8 hours a day, do that and go back home, and then, you've had everything paid for. All your responsibilities are taken care of, and there's no worries in the world. That's easy to do. But when a man inclines himself towards marriage with a woman and they kind of dedicate themselves to each other and they have children, all of a sudden that minimum wage job is not going to do it, is it? It's not going to cut it. In fact, a really good job, twice minimum wage or three times minimum wage or whatever, still is not going to cut it if you have to provide for a family. So what does a man then do? Well, then he realizes, boy, I have some responsibility in this world that I have to fulfill, being the provider, protector, and the spiritual leader of a family. I need to go earn some money. Now, how do you do that? Well, you do that through setting goals. And so that's when a good man becomes very productive. A good man becomes productive because he has responsibility in front of him that he has to care for. And then he will go conquer a mountain, climb a mountain or swim an ocean to make sure those people are cared for and provided for. So man is craving responsibility. And I think, the young ladies of the world out there, and I think it's your job to give it to them. And I don't want to say, attack them and dominate them and say you have to do this. I think if you give them responsibility and you orient yourself toward the good in the family life and the sacramental life of marriage, a good man, and most men I think probably have enough goodness in them to realize this, a good man will step up and do his job and work hard and grab that responsibility and go into this world and do what's right. And that's how you make a good man. I think this whole we're not living sacramental lives anymore is just so destructive toward the motivation and the strength and the courage and the fortitude and everything else that a man is supposed to be. He's essentially a house cat. Somebody puts out a dish of milk and a little bit of cat food and a little litter box, and his life is cared for. That's essentially what being a single guy is like in this world. It's easy to do. Like sometimes you gotta go outside and stretch your legs once in a while, but really no responsibility. And so I guess that's all I have to say today. Man craves responsibility, and so if you realize that and you incline yourselves toward that, as a man, go grab the responsibility, and as a woman, allow the man to have a responsibility with you. If, of course, if he has virtue and you want to live a sacramental life with him, he will develop a responsibility if you allow him to do so through the building of family. And I guess that's all I want to say. No, there's something more I want to say, and I can't think of it right now. Oh, and that's the thing too. So women are, this is what I've learned in my life, women are pretty much better at everything than a man is. And I don't want to say better as in like working hard and fighting. Like, yeah, man's really good at moving rock and carrying shingles to a roof and like moving stone and, you know, uh, pouring cement. They're very good at that. And I think they're probably better at women than that. But pretty much everything else in the world, women are as good, if not better at. And so women in this world, because men are not really doing their job, because we're not oriented around the sacramental life, they're kind of taking control of things. And man just keeps shirking his duty, moving further and further away from the responsibility, because once a woman says, I can do it, then she no longer needs him. And so therefore he's not willing to step up and do it, the hard, difficult task. Because she's already done it, and what the heck use is he if she's already done it, and what the heck use is he if she's not willing to live a sacramental family life with him? And so he becomes pretty much useless in the scheme of things. And so therefore, women, if you want your man to be a competent, useful, mate, how about you live a sacramental life with him and build some family, and don't do everything he can do, because if you do it, you'll no longer need him, and then he'll walk away from you. And men, if you have a chance to live a sacramental life with a virtuous woman, do it, because you know what? It's going to drive you to become a better person. That's called maturity for the most part. You're going to see, hey, I have responsibilities much greater than myself in this world. And now I have to step up and do the right thing. And the right thing is living a sacramental life, working hard, caring, providing, all those divine responsibilities you have as a husband and father. Those are the things you suddenly realize are that you have to do and you're able to do. And that's where a good guy comes from. The good guy is the loyal, hardworking dad that like stumbles through the door at 6 p.m. because he's so dang tired every single night, but he gets up and does it every single day, no matter what, until one day he falls into the earth. There you go. Man craves responsibility, and therefore a man needs responsibility. And so if you direct your lives toward the good, toward the family, toward the children, man will find his responsibility in that. And so this is Catholic Dad making you think about it. Please like or subscribe, and get to Mass, live a sacramental life, and share with your friends, everybody. God bless you, and have a nice day. Bye.